wonderful conversation yesterday about mental health, and I know that you're passionate about mental health. But today I wanted to ask you about your journey into IVF and why you felt as a woman that you couldn't talk to anyone about that journey. Having had lots of friends that have had incredibly traumatic journeys through IVF, I understand. But from your perspective, why did you think that this was so personal for you and such a struggle for you to talk to other people about? What was it like actually writing your story from that perspective?
Yeah, it was a journey. You've used the right words. I suppose at the beginning we were just in a wee bit of shock and hadn't really anticipated that it wouldn't work for us, and decided quite early on. Now, I did try to reach out to one person and I wasn't met with a very nice response. So that probably put me on the back foot in terms of reaching out to other people for support. That's actually in the book. It's a conversation where I try to reach out to tell somebody, but we just kept it really personal because we didn't know enough about it ourselves.
Oh, definitely.
As very much
and
so.
It's very complex.
It's complex.
It's completely complex.
It's not what people think it is, and that's why I wrote the book. People think, okay, you can't have kids, so you just go and you have IVF treatment, but there is years, months of treatment.
And the process of IVF is not pleasant.
I didn't like it.
No. Reflecting on my friend's experience, the whole treatment process was traumatic, and then the aftermath of not falling pregnant again and again and again, and the issue of not having people understand what it's like to so want that baby and for it to not happen.
Absolutely, and people don't understand, and statements like, why don't you just adopt, or it's a beautiful thing to do, but it's not helpful when you're actually in the process of trying yourself. Everything just goes out the window in terms of your physical self, so your body nearly isn't yours because you're going through all these processes and treatments, and you're going in and you're just seen as this person that's trying to get pregnant, so it's all very medical.
Yes.
You lose yourself.
Yes.
I felt that. I definitely became a different person, and because I didn't tell people, people were like, what's going on with Emma? And then obviously, just trying to keep yourself active and eating the right foods and everything.
Positive. When you've got these rounds of hormones in your body that are quite difficult to manage for lots of women.
It's a horrible feeling, and that's not trying to put people off. People need to understand when you're going through this, it's tough. Every really day is tough, and then when you get the negative, it is soul crushing, because you think, well, I certainly thought, okay, so A has went to B and now it's been put into C,
and now it's going to be all fine,
and that's it. It's there. Obviously, you get pregnant, and it doesn't work.
Happen. And there's multitudes of reasons why that doesn't happen. And humans are unique, particularly female bodies are completely unique. And so there's a lack of understanding that uniqueness makes it really difficult for some people to have and carry babies. But you subsequently had 3 children?
I had, I suppose for transparency, I already had 2 children.
Yes.
And then whenever I met, obviously then my new partner, we couldn't have children.
Yes.
So I already had 2, which is probably
But you wanted another one.
Oh, but I just couldn't. Well, I always said I wanted 3 children, but my life stopped. Everything in my life stopped until I fell pregnant, which luckily then I did. We were successful then in the end. But I couldn't, and there's loads of women like that.
Definitely is.
I just couldn't, my life stopped until I went through all those rounds of IVF.
And that's the other thing, that people don't understand, that for some women, that drive to be a mother is so powerful. And we need to allow women to have those feelings, to talk about them and to share, because each person has that right to have a baby if they so desire.
And do you know what? I'm so glad you said that. That is such an amazing thing to say. You've actually captured it. We need to honour our feelings to want to have a child.
Because as a woman, if you've been given that yearning, it's for a reason. There's an absolute reason why that child needs to be birthed.
Yes.
And for women, we are creators. We create babies from cells. We do it unconsciously. And when you can't relate or can't achieve that yearning, there's a big part missing, so I understand.
It just took over everything. And the emotional roller coaster that I hadn't necessarily anticipated. I prepared myself for the whole physical side of things.
No, but it's the emotional way worse. It's way more difficult for a woman because you're often solo and alone in that process of losing a baby. There's often not a lot of people around who understand, and the medical fraternity are quite flippant about that process.
It just
and
happens.
For women, it's an emotional journey.
Yeah, totally. And that's what really impacted me the most. And that's why then I suppose I wanted to write the book.
Yes.
To explain it.
Explain.
Now the book came to me because obviously we hadn't told anybody that we'd been through IVF, and then all of a sudden I was writing a book about our journey. And in the book it comes.
It's very brave.
It was, and then I done a talk on it as well. So I just thought then it takes away the power of the. It's not that it was a secret. We just chose not to tell, but it takes the power away.
Yeah.
So I felt empowered. I now feel empowered to say I've been through this. It was tough. Let's talk about it.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about it.
As you know, Emma, I'm passionate about people talking about difficult life situations, and the more we talk about it, the less stigma and the less power they have over your life. You become empowered, as you said. Emma Weaver, thank you so much for your 5 minutes.
No worries. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.